Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Yes, I have a sore throat, not really a sore throat. I just had such a good time. I'm drinking my tea, I'm having my halls, and I just wanted to get on here and say good morning to Facebook and also over to my other channel, Sober Sister. Hold on, let me actually see exactly what it's called. I'm going to build up my other channel that's going to be mainly about sobriety. I've had it for a while, but I haven't made any content on it. And now that I have StreamYard, hold on one second. Oh my goodness. Hold on a minute. Now that I have StreamYard, I'm able to stream across other platforms. So I'm going to build up that other channel. I put it in my description or in the chat. So if you are interested in all sober content, just go on over there. I wanted to share what Kava is. So I have my copyright disclaimer. I found a little clip to just share what it is, and I'm going to get into it in just a little bit. I have my copyright disclaimer up because some people, they see me go to the Kava bar and they're like, what is Kava? A lot of people don't know what it is. So I'm going to share with you what it is. So here we go. There it is. Hopefully it'll play.
Hey guys, today we're going to learn the science behind this stuff, Kava. Now, Kava is a drink that has its origins in the Pacific Islands and is made by grinding up the dried roots of the kava plant and mixing it with water, making a drink that both looks like mud water and well, frankly, tastes like mud water too. And Kava's roots are as a ceremonial drink in the Pacific Islands, used to greet guests, celebrate for 2,000 years over as both a medicinal remedy, but also as a social drink. The kava plant's roots contain several different compounds known as kava lactones, all with slightly different effects. But kava and these kava lactones have been known to help with anxiety, depression, pain, insomnia, and also give a sense of euphoria. There are six main kava lactones, with the first increasing dopamine, giving that sense of euphoria. The second increases levels of gamma aminobutyric acid, or GABA, and this helps to regulate emotions and reduce anxiety. The third and fourth kava lactones calm the central nervous system, which helps ease pain and with sleep. And finally, the fifth and sixth ones increase serotonin, which regulates mood, appetite, and sleep. And a deficiency in serotonin can cause anxiety and depression. Now, different strains of kava contain different levels of these various kava lactones, meaning they can all have slightly different effects. Now, I know all this can sound a bit like Eastern medicine and a little hippie and sort of out there, but this stuff has a pretty considerable amount of scientific research on it. In fact, kava has been known to help people get off benzodiazepines like Xanax and Valium, and unlike these drugs, kava can actually boost cognitive function. In other studies, kava has been shown to be as effective as certain anti-anxiety and anti-depression drugs. And a lot of people also drink kava as a healthier alternative to alcohol or other drugs, as a lot of kava bars, as they're called, can have a very similar social atmosphere to a traditional bar. Now, one really interesting thing about kava is that it has a reverse tolerance, which is very different to almost every other drug, all the way from caffeine to heroin, in that instead of building up a tolerance to the substance and needing more to get the same effect over time, kava is the opposite, whereas the more you consume, the less you need to feel its effects. This is because your body will build up those kava lactones over time, and once they're already in your system, you won't need as much to feel its effects. And for that same reason, a lot of first time kava drinkers may not feel anything at all. Now, I also want to put it out there that I'm not endorsing the consumption of kava, as its long-term health effects are not, completely known. But maybe something you want to try out one of these days. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed creating this video, please leave a like or subscribe. Thanks.
Here goes nothing.
It's not that bad.
It definitely numbs your tongue. Like my lips are a little bit numb.
When you drink it, how does it make you feel?
Feel relaxed. Like when you smoke marijuana, the feeling is almost like this.
It's good. I'm relaxed. You feel relaxed.
Chaco, we don't kill people. You drink vodka, you kill people.
How much did you drink already?
Feel calm, like relaxed. My body.
Makes me
Introduce you to what people are consuming around the Pacific.
Good?
Good. I tried it once years back in Vanuatu. So in the South Pacific countries, they drink this stuff called kava, which is made from the ground, and you drink it in these little bowls like this. Cheers.
Just one bowl, don't see anything. I tricked you.
So I have to disagree with some of everybody when they try it. It makes you feel a little different, but I don't compare it to drinking or like the feeling of consuming marijuana. I just feel like it is something that, like, I definitely feel like it helps me with joint pain, muscle aches, and anxiety. But just like caffeine, it is considered a drug, but it's not a habit forming. And a lot of people that have anxiety and struggle with alcoholism and opiate use, they use that to help them, get over that compulsion. And so, yeah, and it has a really nice social atmosphere. And I just wanted to share with you guys exactly what it is. Like, I'm gonna share more so you could yeah, when he said, oh, it's like marijuana, it's like, no, I don't. Everybody feels different about how they consume it and what it makes them feel like, but I don't think personally it's similar, but we'll see. Actually, I think I took it off, but I got to get ready for church, you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. It's already 9:08 here in Santa Cruz, California, and I'm going to go meet my mom. Like I said, go and check out my Sober Sister. I believe it's Sober Sister. Let me actually go get it. No, it's called Sober Life. I'm building up my Sober Life channel. And some might argue to the fact that, oh, kava is a habit forming drug. I don't think that it is. It is just an alternative to make you feel I'm gonna say just like if you were to take acetaminophen or Advil or something of that nature, but in a social setting. I will see you guys in the next video. Let me see. I'm playing around with my StreamYard. Let's see what this music sounds like.
Big drink today.
Yeah?
Villages and in small makeshift bars on the side of the street.
Okay, you can see all the cars are lined up here to go to the Saka bar.
Russians have their vodka, Italians have their wine, Panamanians have their sake.
It's the social drug of the island and is 100% legal.
This is your actual sakao plant. It's been harvested, it's ready to be pounded.
Panapans drink it every single day.
For weddings, social gatherings, if you were to kill somebody and you just take the plant, you squeeze it, prepare it, you give it to the family, and then if they drink it, which means they accept your apology and you guys are good. Yeah.
So you're saying you can get away with murder by giving someone a saka?
Supposedly, but don't kill anybody.
No, we're not recommending it. I learned that the preparation process is a holy experience in itself. They really take this stuff seriously. To make it, the roots are laid on a flat stone that they got from the river. Then they are pounded with rocks in a rhythmic beat, while the hibiscus plant is being extracted.
It's a skill to do this. You cannot just tear it. This is where the juice comes out of. So they're gonna tie it, they're gonna soak it with water, and then squeeze it with the sakao. There's a chemical reaction between this hibiscus and the kava juice.
You mix it all together with water, twist it around to gather the juice into a slimy concoction and squeeze it out. You drink it, you get drunk. I thought it was only consumed by men in villages, but I found out that women equally drink it as well. It's a unique experience that's only found here in Ponape. Man, that is just a wild experience. If you guys ever find yourself in the Pacific Islands,
Okay, so he says you drink it, you get drunk. No, you do not get drunk at all. So I guess that this is just his perception of it, but I do not agree with the term you get drunk. But try it yourself and let me know what you feel, how you feel in the description or in the comments below.
recommend giving it a try, but don't drink too much because you might start throwing up and sweating profusely. And yeah, if someone ever told me to define the word culture, I would tell them to come to Ponape, go to a Sacco bar, and enjoy.
I like your shirt. That's my country.
Yeah, I'm retired from U.S. Navy.
So now I want to do a little bit more research. I want to do some research to see and show you guys that Kava is not dangerous.
His 70s and has decided to cut back on alcohol intake because he sees how alcohol affects his sleep using an Oura ring and other devices. And he switched to this supplement which contains two things, kratom and kava. And I know very little about kava. Kratom I have some thoughts on. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on. Contains mitragynine, seems to hit opiate receptors. So I believe there are people who abuse kratom who have now developed dependencies that are in rehab. At least I've heard some stories related to that, but I know far less about kava. Would you mind elaborating on kava?
Sure. Kava is the major psychoactive plant that's used in Oceania, in many islands throughout the Pacific. It's the very large root of a large plant in the black pepper family. And it has unique chemistry. In many of these islands, people make a beverage from it, originally by chewing the root and spitting it into a bowl and mixing it with water or coconut juice, or now more often drying it and powdering it and mixing it into a liquid. And it functions as a social stimulant and lubricant, but it is a natural sedative and calmative, and probably the most important anti-anxiety natural product out there. Extremely useful and essentially no toxicity. And so it does not interact with alcohol, it does not interact with other sedatives. It's quite safe, and I recommend it very frequently to people.
Do you know what effect, if any, it has on sleep quality? My friend has the subjective experience of it helping him to wind down and go to sleep, but I wonder what effect it has on sleep quality, because you look at some, say, sleep aids like Ambien and so on, which help you to fall asleep, but they affect the cycles of sleep and depth.
That's putting it mildly. All of these, all of these sleep aids, whether over the counter or prescribed, I think are dangerous drugs. First of all, they don't reproduce natural sleep. All of them suppress dreaming, which is an essential component of good sleep. They distort sleep architecture. They're addictive, and they interfere with cognitive function. So I think there's really no justification for using them unless for very short-term use because of situational insomnia. But Kava has none of these ill effects. It can be used long-term regularly. I don't know that we have good studies on how it affects sleep quality, but I don't know of any indication it's do.
Granted, tracking imperfectly, but he's tracking his sleep with the Oura ring that does capture some biometric data that is sort of interpolated